Okay, we're back in the kitchen, ready to cook.
We are in trial.
Well, yeah.
We started trial on Monday. No, it was supposed to be Monday.
Monday, we started yesterday,
Yeah.
officially.
So let's say what happened. So this is a case against the state. We won't talk about the case at all, because so this can be broadcast whenever. It's just about how we feel about trial. And I was in New York. I've been on the East Coast for about 5 weeks.
Yeah, you just got back.
And my plan was to get back the day before trial. So on Sunday, as I'm getting ready to kind of clean up and put stuff away, there's an email comes into the court saying, "Oh, we're going to do the Zoom at such and such time tomorrow." And I'm like, "What? No, we're not, because I'm traveling." And I'm getting ready to email back the bailiff and say, "No, you're off by a day." When I go back and realize in my memory, because it didn't show up on the court's calendar, he was going to do some jury stuff. So I thought, oh no. So I called Mo and I said, "Well, you're going to do it because I'm going to be on a plane."
Yeah.
Monday morning, bailiff says, "We didn't get enough jurors, so we can't close the pool yet. So we'll do that on Wednesday. So we're going to, start and do our motions starting on Tuesday." I'm thinking, okay, that worked out really well. Tuesday comes along. And by the way, the judge sets out 3 days for motions, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We're done with 95% of them by noon on Tuesday. But we have more briefing. We have to write 3 briefs. I wrote 1, Darcy wrote 2. We had a redact an exhibit, and we're meeting again today, Wednesday, at 1:30 to continue to do motions in limine. And in addition, yesterday afternoon, they had pulled 200 jurors, and the judge, the way he does hardship. So if you get called for jury duty, you can claim hardship. But it's up to the judge to decide if that's really hardship. And normally, the judge works with the attorneys and goes through all of these people. But he knew that we would lose about half. That's typically what you lose. And he said he would do it by himself, which he did. He let off 84 people for hardship, which left us with 101 people. So Jamie started going through that because she loves juries selection. It's very detailed, huge, giant summary, and our job is to whittle it down to something manageable. And here we are, day 3 of trial. We don't have any trial in the morning, but we start our 1:30 arguments in the afternoon. This is one of the slowest beginnings of a trial, and I actually love it. Normally, you just go in. It's crazy from the very beginning. Mike, you've set up for trial so many times. We haven't even moved our stuff to the courtroom yet.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
Because we're doing this part, the motions by Zoom. So I am not, normally I have some adrenaline going. I'm even a little bit more wound up than normal. I am just like a slug.
You guys seem pretty relaxed for being
We just
trial.
finished playing, I just bought a backgammon game when I was gone. We just finished playing. Of course, I beat him senseless upstairs before we came down to do this episode. Senseless.
No,
you
it
were
wasn't
crying. You were crying. Oh, yes, you were.
Seemed pretty. I'll say it seemed fast because when I came up, you were
was
playing,
cool.
and then when I came up again, the game was over.
It was,
So.
I killed it. I crushed it.
She beat me in the Mesopotamian game of backgammon, and she did it well.
All right, well, what I'd like you to do, so I'm like a sloth, just my normal speed, for me, a sloth moving fast. But Mo, how are you? How are you doing?
I mean, we're getting ready for trial. It's an important case, and in my mind, I couldn't sleep last night, and my mind is sort of moving through all of the iterations of how things can go in a particular way. So what we did was, we record our depositions ourselves. We videotape them and audio record them. I downloaded the audio.
Well, with permission, of course.
With permission.
Everybody knows it's on the record and it's official.
Yeah, but we're save money by not hiring an actual videographer.
Yeah, we refuse.
And so I downloaded the audio of the depositions, and I was at the gym working out for an hour and a half listening to, and by the way, we have a gym. in the office. We haven't talked
Yeah.
about it. So we built a gym out downstairs with Mike, everybody. So I was down at the gym and I was working out. I'm just listening to the deposition. And then like when you're listening,
Can we just say that he eats breakfast every day here? He, we play backgammon upstairs.
yeah,
He works out in the gym now. He doesn't shower here. But it's pretty much become like a little home away from home.
it has. It has.
Do you work out at the gym? Have you
I
done
have
it
a
yet?
couple of times. I haven't been
It's
able
so pretty.
to,
That's the first time I saw it with all the mirrors up.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, anyway,
that's what I was
your
doing.
mind is starting to go.
My mind is starting to go. I'm in like listening, just absorbing. What I do is just keep reabsorbing the
So,
facts.
so tell us about this. So we are in trial,
Yeah.
even though to me it doesn't seem like it. You are already revved up and going.
Oh, yeah.
And how long has this been going on?
I've been revved up probably Friday last week.
Are you pleasant to be around if people don't know?
Well,
Be honest. Are you pleasant?
well, my wife Kathy says she calls me Moody Hamoudi.
Are you engaged
What do you mean engaged
with
the
other
case?
people?
Somewhat. I just played a game with you.
That's because I forced it.
You forced it, but no, I get like
focused.
focused, and I just like I wanna like it's like it's not like a bad thing. It's just like I want to solve it.
That's what my wife calls it when I do that. Task oriented. I become task oriented.
Task
She's like,
oriented.
I can't get you to do anything unless you finish the task that you're working on.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's just like, I don't know. I mean, that's just where I'm at. That's just who I am.
If you were to calculate, like we don't really keep track of our time because unlike the people that we are against, we don't get paid by the hour. If you were to keep track of your time, just yesterday,
Yeah.
how much time did you spend not just working, but working plus thinking about this case? Was there any time that you didn't?
I would say 12 to 13 hours I was thinking about the case.
Including when you were unconscious.
Well, I was going to bed and I was thinking about it.
Did you have a dream about it?
I did.
What was a dream? Can I ask?
I don't want to say.
What happened?
I don't want to say.
Now I really want to
I mean,
know.
it's not a bad dream, but I was like,
I want to hear.
okay, that I can't.
We'll stop it if it gets terrible.
It's not terrible. That I came to court and I forgot to change out of my pajamas, and I showed up to court, and I was rushing in, and you were like, "You can't go in. You can't go in like that." And then I was like,
Wait, what did your pajamas look like? Did
They're-
they have cute little dogs on them?
No, they were like they were
good
they
if
were
it
like,
was
they were
a-
like my linen pants, and then like a shirt that I wear. It says microdose adversity,
Okay.
and it's like a it's
No,
like
no,
a
no.
Niger, right? And then you were like, you can't go on like that. And then I was like trying to reason with you. I was like, no, listen, this is a really good judge. He's gonna understand. He's not gonna be bothered by this. They'll be fine. and then you started to be like, he is. Let's go try. Let's go solve the problem. Oh man! And then I woke up.
Yeah, well, that's a good dream. I wanted to keep going.
That's funny.
All right, well, so yesterday, I felt like I was totally normal. I felt totally normal. I felt totally unrushed. I had gotten in late the night before, and I was 3 hours ahead of time in New York time. I hadn't gone to bed till late, and I woke up early, which is what happens because I don't really time change the way normal people do because of my weird sleeping. So there's not jet lag involved. There's like almost the reverse. I just sleep like 3 hours or 4, and then I'm somehow acclimated. Anyway, I get to the office. We do the hearing. I'm listening because you and Darcy are doing all the arguing on the motions in limine. I say a couple things to the court procedurally, and I walk to the office, and then I walk home, right? In the meantime, somebody emails me and says, I'm waiting on the line. Okay, I had told Kristen last week, look, Mo and Darcy are going to be arguing most of it, so it's okay if you book some appointments for me. Well, but in my mind, when I got to the office yesterday, I'm just thinking we're in trial all day, which we were supposed to be.
Yeah.
I never once looked at my calendar. So missed the first appointment. Emailed her and said, look, let's reschedule it for noon. Because we'll take, then I emailed her back and I said, no, I just can't think about it. Let's move it to Friday. Then I walked home in the afternoon. Dilly-dallied. Yeah, I had to write a brief for the trial for tomorrow, or today. Had some lunch at around 2 or 3, and realized that somebody again pinged me, and I realized that I was in the process of missing another meeting.
Oh my goodness.
A trial prep meeting with one of the witnesses for this case.
Oh yeah.
I got on. She was on.
Oh, good.
Thank God. So finished that prep, got off, continued to write the brief because I was trying to get it done so it could be filed yesterday. It couldn't be. I didn't get it done till too late. At which point, there was another meeting that I completely missed. Another client prep.
Oh my goodness.
For this same trial. So I apologized, said, look, let's move it, but we're going to move it all. And I also missed something with Denny. And I said, I was going to schedule a lunch for today. And I did for our whole team.
But then we have
And then I
conflict.
realized, but we have a meeting, and then you have another meeting.
I know.
And then, we have this thing. And I was like, Denny, I have trial brain coupled with travel brain.
Wait, trial brain?
I'm in a trial brain.
What is trial brain?
My trial brain kicked on, and the rest of the world
But
faded away.
What the heck is trial brain?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, is it like I can't pay attention to things? I can't
Normally
focus?
I can, because I keep all my cases going.
Yeah.
But during those hours of trial, I'm just not thinking that I should have been doing something else.
No, you become focused only on the trial.
Because I was just, my whole world was a trial. And I forgot that I had told staff that they could double book me. Well, that was dumb. I shouldn't have been double booked.
I know.
I should have just been. So now I will look at my calendar. That's only for this week when you guys are arguing mainly.
Yeah.
So I've got through the most of it. But that happened, which, I mean, I can't even believe that happened. I mean, if I miss a meeting, but to miss 3 meetings and then make another, it was completely related to just being in trial. And so I am not, I can multitask.
Yeah.
But I was not realizing I was supposed to multitask because normally all you do is trial when you're in trial.
Yeah.
It's so confusing. So this is what I want to ask Mike. Mike, when we are in trial, that would be me and Mo, and you can compare us to other people. Can you tell? Do we act differently?
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, tell us about. Just be honest, and we won't get mad.
Yeah, you can be honest.
Oh well, I'm not afraid of saying what I'm going to say. I noticed it just the other day with Mo, like last Thursday or Friday. He walks around, like he'll say hello and stuff like that, but you don't engage at all. It's like you're on autopilot, and that's part of the autopilot is still being cordial as you walk by, but then you're like really not thinking. I could tell you were like focused on something else as you were walking by. And it was like that every time I interacted with you, unless it was something where I had to like actually talk with you. It was like if I was walking by, you'd just be like, whoop, 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 whoop. And if I interacted where I had to converse, then you become focused on whoever you're talking to.
And you did that. We were in the kitchen and you talked about a movie.
No, totally.
So that was intentional to get me to engage.
Oh yeah, no, totally. Because if I didn't, you would have acted like I wasn't there. Which is what you do. Which is fun. I don't take offense at it at all because tons of people are like that, myself included.
Yeah.
But that's happens. Like I knew like yesterday I had to make sure you guys were set up for that trial. So I knew you were coming up to that. So I was like, oh, he's in trial mode. Karen, you did what you did yesterday, and I knew it was all of that because you came in and you were like, I knew that those guys were supposed to be doing it, and you were like, oh, okay, I'm going to sit in here for a few minutes. And so you suddenly entered into the trial there, which I didn't think you were going to be doing that. And then, all that other stuff that you were doing was going on. Some of it was directed at me changing stuff, so I knew things were going on. I was like, God, Karen, what the heck's going? Like, why are you suddenly being a tornado in the office? I was like, oh, I know. She's in trial mode.
I know.
And that is probably my defining characteristic of anything is I go quick to begin with, but in trial, and I don't look like it. Like if you were to see me, I look like I'm a sedate person. Everything is just like there's so much stuff going on.
Well, it's like you come in, and if you're not working on the trial where you're actually in there doing something, if that's happening, then there's no contact at all because you're all focused on that. Yeah. But once you were kind of free floating yesterday, it's all of a sudden multitasking by shooting out orders to other people and
that are all wrong. Normally I'm not wrong. I just shoot out the orders and they're typically right.
And they're correct.
But yesterday was very interesting because it was completely wrong. Everything I did was like, I just need to shut up.
It was fun.
But there's a whole lot of other things that go along with trial, but there is a change of personality. I tend to get quiet and internal. In general, because you're going so fast of thinking everything that you have to do and how you're going to do it and and they're going to do this and the judge is going to do this and there's this jury thing and then, oh my God, it's in the press. We better, hope that nobody sees, that or we're not in the press. Some other cases in the press, it's similar, or some event happens. So you're just monitoring everything and trying to keep this serene environment in the trial. And the people, we've talked about this before, the people that suffer is everybody around you. A short trial is fine. It's the long ones that aren't so great. This one is really a medium. It's almost, I think it's going to take as long to try the case as it is to argue the motions and choose a jury. 2 weeks, the judge set aside to do all that. The jury will take a long time because the judge called for 200 jurors.
Yeah, it's a lot of people.
And a lot of them are going to need individual interviews because it's a sensitive topic. So the judge knew that this would take longer than normal to choose a jury, but still, all these little pieces have to fall into place, and we're the ones that need to make them fall there. So we become preoccupied and kind of not antisocial, but not as adept as normal. Well, not as courteous.
I do want to.
We only got a couple minutes left.
Okay.
But,
go ahead, Mike.
Well, I was going to say, I think part of it is, though everyone thinks they can multitask, in truth, you kind of have to, something has to suffer when you're doing multiple things at the same time. Oh, yeah. And I think that, in Mo's case, I don't know about you, but it's hard for me to control my moods sometimes, so I have to concentrate on it. If I'm having to focus on something else, then it may be easier for my moods to affect me.
I mean, I think you just hit it. I think that it's that. I mean, I feel a big sense of responsibility to this case. And I think part of the reason that I feel this, I just disconnect from people is that I am putting my soul into the case. I am immersed in it right now, and that's just my process. I am just going over everything and letting it, I just want to absorb it so I know it's here. Because I can't remember every detail. It's just impossible. And so you're right. And so I've prioritized that over everything.
Yeah. So then suddenly you're forgetting things or you're making mistakes in outside of court because you're focusing everything into not making mistakes and making sure everything works at what you're actually working on at that time.
Yeah.
Well, stay tuned.
Stay tuned. To be continued.